Bounty of vegetables and fruits that are coming from the gardens of your friends and relatives.
That's right. Thank you, John. We are back again with CommonGround Volunteer Karol Swan. And this is a time of year that you might be having friends or family stopping by with tomatoes, peppers from the garden, zucchini. What do you do with all of it? It's so good. You don't want to waste it. I know my mom and dad on the farm have tons of tomatoes. They bring it down to us, and I still have a big bag.
Yeah.
Think about maybe making a goulash tonight to use some of that up.
Yeah.
Bacon and tomato, you know, you try any way you can.
Yeah.
So you've got some ideas here, Carol, on using some of the extras.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do it kind of on a small basis because you think extra, you think, oh, you need to get all the canners and all the water bath material and all the big kettles. I do it on a kind of a small basis sometimes. I freeze a lot of things. I had a neighbor, beautiful apples. I still have a huge bag in my refrigerator, and apples will last a long time in your refrigerator. Okay. But, you know, you kind of need to start doing something. These are just in a freezer bag, chunked up, ready to use in a apple crisp or apple anything. You know, if I want to make apple butter, I can use those.
So you cut them up, and do you put anything in here with them?
I put just a little bit of sugar and kind of shake it around just to kind of keep them a little from getting brown.
And how long will they last in your fridge that way?
Oh, they'll last in the fridge a couple days, and you throw them in the freezer, they'll probably last 6 months and even longer. You know, you put enough other spices in, if you get a little freezer taste, you still have them.
Great, okay.
Okay, same way with the peppers. I just throw them in freezer bags. I just rinse them off, throw them in freezer bags. Then they're good for casseroles, chili, if anything you want to make. Same way with green beans. However, sometimes you can blanch these, and instead of having to buy a regular blanching pot, I just put them in a saucepan, boil them for about 10 seconds, and then dump it through a colander and into ice water, and throw them in my freezer bag. Sometimes I use a sandwich bag because I don't have little freezer bags, and throw them in a big freezer bag. Sometimes I use grocery sacks and double wrap, kind of to protect them.
Just getting creative with it, yeah.
This is apple bread. However, the recipe, you can grind up zucchini, you can use up your excess winter squash if you baked it, and apples in that. And I just ground them up really fine, and then also you can grind up excess apples, put them in the freezer. In fact, I have a little freezer bag of apples down here. So if you want to make a bread, then it's good to go.
Okay.
And your summer squash, you can grind it up for your bread. You can just dice it up and throw it in freezer bags and use it for stir-fry casseroles in the wintertime.
You've got apple butter here.
Yeah, apple butter is really pretty easy to make. You don't have to make a big pot of it. Say if you have 10, 12 apples, you can either dice them up and peel them, or just dice them up with the skin on. I simmer them a little bit, and then I run them through my blender. Then I put them in another pot, and then I boil it a little bit with cinnamon and sugar, and I kind of cook to taste. And then you can either seal it in the jar officially, or if you know, cool it and put it in a plastic tub in your fridge, and it'll last a long time.
I know my neighbor will do this in the crock pot.
Yeah, I saw that, and I need to try
overnight. That would be good. All right, I'm going to try some of this bread here. And you have pepper jelly.
I have pepper jelly because I had excess peppers, and it's a little more involved. You know, like maybe take one 15-minute segment and seed your peppers, and then put them away, and then when you have 15 minutes another time, you can grind them up and then make your jelly. And you just use a standard with Sure-Gel and sugar and ground up peppers, and boil them and put them in jars. And if you don't even have canning jars, just use some old jars, and as long as you put them in the refrigerator, they'll keep good. Same way with excess cucumbers. Making the pickles is, you know, you don't have to make huge batch. They have those little packets of pickle mixes you can buy, and just kind of do it. And if you put it in the fridge, you don't have to water bath and pressure can and all that good stuff.
That's good to go.
And it'll keep.
Very good bread, and we'll have all of these recipes. A couple of them for sure, right?
Yeah.
The apple butter and the bread here on our 1011 Facebook page under Pure Nebraska. So thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, and it's always fun to see what you can create.
It is. Thank you, Carol. Back to you, John.